glad to introduce you all the Intelligence Internet of Medical Things. I am Associate Professor Jin-Chun Liu from Taipei Medical University. First of all, let us introduce the clinical requirements in order to build a platform for healthcare Internet of Medical Things as a starting point. We're using cross-field integration to list the clinical requirements including medical care cyber physical system, medical digitalization and integration of Internet of Things with the medical care industry, the integration of IoT with the application of intelligence healthcare including heart rate, ECG, the meanings of medical, and the measurement of pulse and blood oxygen level. We will introduce these details further. First, let us look at medical IoT. On this part, we will build a medical IoT platform with features to be used on various fields. It can also be used on intelligent medical care, digital medical, and intelligent auxiliaries aspects. Medical care cyber physical systems include building a platform in medical IoT platform. This platform can be used in various fields. As mentioned before, it can be used on sleep breathing, cardiology, used on atrial fibrillation, and also nephrology, used on kidney and hemodialysis. The first step will be, we will focus on collecting ECG and PPG of individual single. ECG refer to heart rate, PPG refer to signal for blood oxygen level. As for individual patient, during the treatment, it is possible to collect an individual patient and run an analysis in this kind of medical IoT platform. Framework like this can also be extended into multi-patient. ECG and PPG with multi-patient, multi-channel, and collect through multi-channel. Multiple channel refer to multi-patient or multi-channel. It can be practical use by collect ECG and PPG through multi-patient, multi-channel. Doctors can view through condition of multi-patients simultaneously, including departments such as cardiology, nephrology, and sleep apnea. The third step, data will be integrated through the cloud and run through data analysis. The final step, clinical doctors will be informed to carry out real-time, which is a direct response to the patient's symptoms and a direct feedback to a clinical doctor. On the part of medical digitalization, the traditional way of having an appointment with a doctor will be doctor's visit, escalation, then perform treatment according to a doctor's professional judgment. Doctors play a leading role in this part. Nowadays, it is different. By the people-oriented concept, the patient's data will run through an integrating cross-analysis. The treatment method will be decided by using big data. Medical cost is significantly reduced by using all three components together, which is medical device, IoT, and big data. Cross-domain, cross-region, and across time. By integrating across professional division, it is possible to break through the current medical ecology and the current need for supporting medical system. An exploration of innovative regulation and operating models. Upon the combination of IoT and medical industry, we must first provide a full construct of the information value method in order to fulfill the potential of an IoT. Presenting the activity and process of how enterprise creates value from information. This can provide a starting point for every participant in medical industry to think about development and value proposition. One of the applications of intelligent IoT on medical care are new and innovative medical care device, common medical care sensor and a system built into the IoT for home care. One of them including intelligent home healthcare system. We will introduce some of them in order. Intelligent medical care system including medical care device was assessed and made by professional manufacturer. This is a smart waving scale. The data measured by the scale can be sent to cloud platform through wireless network technology. Users can use this data to plan wave control and health management. The next product is a smart pill case. Application through this kind of platform, medication IoT equipped with function including information on locations, medication records, dispensing system, and time display. Assume a situation when a patient is alone at home. The patient might forget when to take their medicine and what kind of medicine should be taken: blood pressure drugs or heart and cardiovascular drugs. In this situation, the smart pill case could be a big help by informing the system. Moving on, this is an online blood pressure monitor. On the IoT of the online blood pressure monitor, it can instantly upload the information of sinus measurement to cloud platform. This makes either hospital or family at home can understand and learn of their sinus blood pressure trend with ease. The next one is a sleep sensor. The sensor runs quantitative analysis of blood oxygen level by transmission. This can also be used for medical procedure in monitoring sleep apnea. Doctors can make judgment through the data captured from the sensor and the physiological signals from the monitor to determine whether there is an associated disease that must be treated immediately. A common product that can be seen on an IoT was a smart bracelet. Bracelet contained with several kinds of sensor chips can instantly pulse back on the wearer's heart rate, blood oxygen level, and confirm physiological condition through analysis cloud data. I am Yuan Yuli, a student in School of Biomedical Engineering from Taipei Medical University. Today, I am going to introduce the bed living fall prevention monitoring system. Why is it so important on the topic of bed living monitoring in the research background? According to statistic data, falling incident in hospital is mostly related to bed living event. According to the statistic data of Taiwan Patient Safety Reporting System in 2019, around 50% of the fall of inpatients is the shift of getting in or out of bed, which is bed living event. The time of the fall event peaked from midnight to 8 o'clock in the morning, when the nursing manpower was relatively weak. Hence, studying a systematical method to focus on patient bed living monitoring and management is a solution to improve overall medical safety and hospital well-being. We designed a new medical system, which is developing a new medical monitoring system by using gravity measurement technology. The static rigid body balance principle is applied to the algorithm. We can use multiple obtained resultant force to gain its coordinates and build a program visual coordinate plan. The resultant force on the plane of the hospital bed and its center of gravity coordinates can be obtained by this arrangement method. With both data obtained, we can make a more accurate detection and prevention on bed living. It is not only reduced cost compared to high-costing pressure detection system, but also reduced cost in maintenance. It can also be used in the area related to sleep quality and condition in the future. We hope that this system can be further used in both medical and home care, so that everyone has a new option to choose in this aging society with shortage nursing manpower. Next, let us get into the display section. We separate the display section into two parts, software and hardware system. As for hardware system, we have pressure sensor, signal amplifier, and MCU with Wi-Fi connection function. The value detected by the pressure sensor can be directly set to cloud database system. The hardware system sensor that is placed under the forecasters of the hospital bed can be directly set into the cloud database built by microcontroller. By using cloud database, we can directly obtain data value through computer interface. Our program interface including Database Control Management Area, Hardware System Status Display Area, Sensor Value Graph Area, and Threshold Setting and Status Warning Area. We can save data value and running analysis at the same time through this software system. What we had mentioned earlier, we can obtain a resultant force and its center of gravity coordinates through this hardware system. We will build a virtual coordinates plan system in the program. Compared to a real hospital bed plan, we can use a virtual plan in the system to obtain the patient moving coordinates on the hospital bed plan. We have placed our hardware system under the forecasters of the hospital bed. Let's demo a situation that the patient is living. We can see that the force status is determined by the system as a red light. It can instantly detect and recognize when a bed leaving event occurs. As for center of gravity coordinates, when I am sitting on this hospital bed, we can see that coordinate warning display in yellow light. We can get instant display of changing coordinates through a direct value analysis. Hence, it is possible for us to get a warning before bed leaving event occurs. Will be a big help for nursing staff or caregivers at home to have more time to deal with this situation. It may even prevent patients from the risk of falling from bed. This can help to improve reactivity of nursing staff and caregivers, and also improves safety and quality of life for elderly patients. When I stand up from the bed, the center of gravity coordinate return to state with only hospital bed. Apart from hospital bed, there are no extra waves on our pressure sensor. We can see a huge differences between the status of people on bed to status of bed living. Thus, this method has a considerable degree of accuracy to determine the behavior of bed living. We hope that it can be widely used after the system established. For example, we can obtain information such as the distance, speed, and time taken when a coordinate change. The center of gravity coordinate information could have further application for sleep quality or turning frequency in the future. The system will not only be a bed living monitoring system, it can also be a sleep quality control and management system. It can also do further assessment for patients. I believe that it is an innovation that is full of potential that can improve medical safety and home care quality of life. Hello everyone. Dr. Winter Liu. I am the head of Sleep Center at Shanghai Hospital. Today we will be focusing on the topic of prevention of sleep apnea. Sleep apnea is basically known as obstructive sleep apnea. As the name implies obstructive, it means when we are asleep, our body and muscles will be relaxed, which somehow might cause blockage. So by taking good care of our upper airway will be the key for prevention. Consider different perspectives of blockage during sleep. We have 4 methods on how to prevent sleep apnea. First, we will focus on our nasal cavity. The first thing we should do is to be aware of our surroundings, whether or not the environment is causing the problem lead to chronic inflammation. For example, if you are a smoker, you should stop smoking. You can also go for a body check to see whether you are allergic to something like dust, mold, or other environmental allergens. There are also other environmental factors such as weather, temperature, or air pollution that may affect your condition. Secondly, it's related to nasal cavity and gastric acid. Even though most of the time it is not followed by the discomfort of gastroesophageal reflux, but you should know that the only reason that you are not feeling it is because it did not reach to your tongue. We kindly advise that you should stop eating or having meals around 2 to 3 hours before going to bed. If you directly go to bed after a meal, which indicates that you will definitely be in a lying down position, our gastric acid will reach to a high level after having a meal. even though you will not be feeling acidic because it did not reach to your tongue, but it will cause some reflux reaction which will continuously sending signals from your esophagus to your nasal cavity. Due to the gastric acid that stimulates the receptor on the vagus nerve in your esophagus, hence lead to congestion and muscle relaxation of upper airway. As we mentioned that muscle relaxation leads to blockage, which is known as sleep apnea. Gastric acid will only extend the relaxation condition. Apart from that, it might also lead to throat edema. An example for the reflux will help you understand more clearly. For example, you might be familiar with the reaction of runny nose and tears when having a spicy meal such as spicy hot pot. Spicy hot pot did not stimulate your nasal cavity that leads to the reaction. What leads to the reflux reaction is the vagus nerve in your esophagus. So remember, don't eat anything before going to bed. That was the second advice. As for the third one, exercise regularly. One of the benefits for exercising, vascular in our nose will constrict when we are exercising. You might notice that it will improve on conditions such as stuffy nose and congestion. I believe everyone has the similar experience when you had a cold and a runny or stuffy nose. Your breathing will be more smoothly after a 5 to 10 minutes exercise. Indicate that stick to daily exercise routine is also a way to take care of your nasal too. Improving the condition of nasal cavity can also make an improvement in sleep apnea. Apart from that, a major problem that was easily forgotten is body water. A 2009 research result shown that during daytime, we are either standing or sitting for too long. What will happen when we are standing or sitting for too long? Water in our body will accumulate in some soft tissue of our lower body. In our muscle, for example, our heart is located in our upper body, and blood needs to be pumped down to our lower body then backflow due to gravity. And we need our muscle to do the work. If you did not have high level amount of daily physical activity, it is more likely for water in your body to accumulate in the soft tissue around your lower limbs. Water will only backflow when you lay down on bed at night. An investigation on backflow shown that coughing will increase around 100 cc of water, which may result in congestion and blockage in the upper airway. Before going to bed, if you are not a physical active person, water backflow will cause congestion and blockage in upper airway. An effective way to reduce backflow is exercising. An exercise focused on lower body, lower limb is recommended. Jogging, walking, and cycling are some good exercise choices. It is not necessary to do workout early in the morning. We have mentioned that water accumulates at night and not in the morning. So we suggest that you can choose a nice evening or just go for a walk after dinner. Some people may feel they sleep better after a workout at night. Workout makes your body release tension but also help in dehydration and improve sleep quality. Third, exercise. As for the fourth method, which is almost the most important one, is weight problem. The weight control we are saying here is reduce visceral fat. When we talk about weight control, most of the people will think about BMI control. However, high-level physical active person will have a high muscle mass that will result in high BMI score but actually have low body fat and low visceral fat. Visceral fat is also one of the factors that result in sleep apnea. As for most adult male, visceral fat often accumulated in the belly part, which can be known as beer belly. Male with middle or wide body size are mostly with a higher level in visceral fat. Female body types are different from male. As for female, they are slightly obese. Subcutaneous fat often accumulated in the lower body part, female that are slightly obese. Hence, prevalence rate of sleep apnea in male and female are different. For example, ratio for male and female at the average age of 50 is about 4 to 1. At early age, male accumulated visceral fat in belly and female accumulated subcutaneous fat. In late 50s, female basal metabolism will decrease gradually. Accumulated fat will move up to our outer body, hence increase the risk of sleep apnea. Thus, visceral fat is also one of the factors that cause of sleep apnea. In order to reduce visceral fat, we recommend doing exercise and most importantly, having a balanced diet. The key of weight loss is 70% on diet and 30% on workout. Having a balanced diet can help you lose weight more efficiently. It will also help you to reach a better result in reducing visceral fat. These are the methods that you can do to improve or prevent sleep apnea, which is relatively easy to carry out in daily life. That's all for today. Thank you.